Vaginal bleeding is very common in females, but should never be ignored. Let us talk about differential diagnosis of a patient that presents to your clinic with vaginal bleeding. Well, the symptoms of vaginal bleeding vary from lacking or painful monthly periods to excessive or abnormal bleeding while menstruating. So, as I told you earlier, vaginal bleeding is a very common symptom and a common phenomenon, as well in the form of menstruation, so we need to ask several questions before making a final diagnosis. You should ask the patient about the signs of emotional stress, anxiety, depression, hot flashes, changes in weight, heat intolerance, changes in the distribution or texture of hair, breast enlargement, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, fever, chills, bruising, passing tissue in menstrual blood, results of previous thyroid tests, Pap tests, and pelvic exams. You also need to ask whether the patient has family history of pelvic inflammatory disease, diabetes, thyroid disease, drug addiction, emotional disease, pregnancies, miscarriages, abortions, and bleeding problems. After asking these questions, you can ask how many menstrual pads patient use each day, the date of their last menstrual period, and whether the bleeding occurs around the time they get their period. There is also a chance of patient being pregnant, so you might as well ask them that. You also need to know the age at which they began to grow body hair and breasts when menstruated for the first time, and the age of their mother and any sisters when they began and stopped menstruating. All of this can help you manage the pattern of their bleeding. As for the use of medications, ask them if they are taking any birth control pills, intrauterine device, warfarin, thyroid pills, or steroids. Now comes the physical examination, where we will be assessing the patient with blood pressure, pulse, temperature, pelvic exam, Pap test, and thorough skin exam. So, what are different types of vaginal bleeding problems? And what is typical for each? Let us find out now. If the patient has delayed puberty, diabetes, anorexia nervosa, thyroid disease, inherited disorder, pregnancy, and a wide variety of other diseases, then it might be a case of amenorrhea, which is characterized by lack of menstrual periods. Primary amenorrhea refers to the absence of menstruation in someone who has not had a period by age 15. If patient has painful bleeding with no other symptoms, then it may be a case of dysmenorrhea. It is commonly known as painful menstrual periods. It is a common problem in otherwise healthy women. For some women, dysmenorrhea is a symptom of endometriosis, which is the growth of tissue from the uterus in places other than the uterus, or pelvic inflammatory disease, caused by sexually transmitted diseases, STD for short. Abnormal bleeding is also a common problem for healthy women who are menstruating for the first or last times. For some women, abnormal bleeding is a sign of a problem in early pregnancy, tumors in the cervix or uterus, or a wide variety of other disorders. So that was all for the differential diagnosis for vaginal bleeding problems. For more informative lectures like these, keep watching sqadia.com.